Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is almost the end of quarter one of 2023. Can you believe it? That means we're almost getting closer to the time for our annual conference, the African Insurance Exchange. As you may be aware, the theme for this year is Collaborate, Cultivate, Create. We are looking forward to hosting each and every one of you. If you have not registered, please take the opportunity to visit our website, go onto the AIE tab and register. So today I'm going to share with you some of the topics that we have lined up for the upcoming conference. One of those topics looks at the readiness of the reinsurance market for a sustainable future, reflecting on all the large losses that we have heard last year and the year before. We sit back and we should be asking ourselves as insurers, as intermediaries, as clients, is the reinsurance market still sustainable? Can it still provide the capacity that is required to ensure that the insurance industry still remains sustainable? Another topic that we're going to look at, and which was really brought onto us unplanned, we all had to just move and get into the digital environment, is whether long-term digital transformation is going to continue. Are we going to continue having to transform and re-transform and adjust ourselves in this digital environment? Is it going to be a permanent thing that we go through? That's one of the other topics we're going to look at. Of course, COVID brought onto us a big impact emotionally and psychologically. We all had to be confined in our homes as we were adjusting to that world. We now have to come out and go back to re-engaging with people. So we're going to have a topic that looks at the prevalence of mental health matters. All this we may be taking for granted, but it all does have an impact on a person. As I said, we had to move from being social beings into being confined in our homes. Now we have to get out of our homes and re-socialize with people and get used to engaging with people again. Another element that we will look at is really how we could collaborate with government, particularly municipalities, in creating a different level of growth, in improving the service deliveries. How can we as an industry collaborate with government and adjust and make sure that we elevate the service delivery and we move forward? Another element which is quite critical, we'll be looking at diversity, equity, and inclusion. There is no doubt that a diverse team succeeds. A diverse team delivers better. Diversity both in thinking, in age, race, in gender, all that brought together, we know that there's research that shows that, and we've seen it, all of us in all our different organizations, that diversity brings great results. So we're going to have a topic that will unpack that aspect as well. I know we've spoken a whole lot, many times we've spoken about the cyber risks and the impact it has, the protections we need. But this year, we're going to have a different angle to the cyber environment, and we're going to have a different angle where we look at the evolving risks and the evolving landscape, and how do we as insurers respond to that, or how do we as an industry provide solutions to that. We're also going to have take time and look at what opportunities does the challenges that have been brought forward by the impact of ESG. Yes, we've spoken about the economic impact, we've spoken about the infrastructural impact, but what opportunities does it bring to not just the industry, but opportunities that it brings to the economy? We're also going to look at a different angle with all of us working virtually or hybrid models now. There has been an impact on our well-being, and that impact from a physical perspective now, working more at home, we're less mobile, and that less mobility, we've seen research showing that it's leading to more people getting into being admitted or getting into the emergency room. So that's another element that we're going to be looking at. Virtual reality versus emergency rooms. So we're going to have medical doctors coming to unpack that. We're going to have experts from the health industry coming to unpack that for us. And another element that we will look at is we are living longer now as human beings, and then that brings a point where we need to perhaps relook at our retirement insurance in retirement policies. Maybe that needs to be revisited, or maybe the age of retirement needs to be increased or raised. Maybe there needs to be involvement or innovative ways of retirement funding. So that's just to mention a few. As you can see, the topics cover the entire industry, both life and non-life, touching on to retirement, touching on to health matters, touching on to macroeconomics matters, and of course, the technological environment. We cannot wait to host you. If you have not registered, please visit our website and register today. We are already at almost 50% capacity of our target. We cannot wait to host you. Please take this chance and don't miss out before we close registration. We look forward to hosting you.